returning one here to Atlanta.
The Indiana Fever just took another hit, and it's not even about the scoreboard. Caitlin Clark got rocked in the game against the Atlanta Dream. There were fouls, tackles, cheap shots, and somehow the refs acted like they forgot their whistles in the locker room. And if you thought this was just another rookie-friendly game, nah. It's looking a whole lot more personal. So here's the question we've got to ask. Is the league going to protect the one player who's brought more eyes to women's basketball than anyone else in years? Because right now, it doesn't look like it. What do you think about it? Let us know in the comments below.
No way, especially with what she said and how they're all going to eat her alive because she's a white girl in a league with predominant.
Anyways, you know how people assume once you're the no one pick, it's smooth sailing? Like you're the star now, you've made it, everyone's going to respect your game? That fantasy died somewhere between the first elbow to the ribs and the last missed call on Caitlin. Because what we just saw wasn't a gritty defensive battle, it was a hunt. Every time she moved, someone was reaching, grabbing, or body checking. And still, nothing.
Austin's been held to 4 points in the first half. Here is Clark, launches, and...
This league is supposed to be about competition, skill, and growth. But what's happening to Caitlin Clark isn't part of some tough love rookie initiation plan. This feels calculated, strategic. Players aren't just guarding her, they're testing how far they can go without a whistle. And so far, it turns out the leash is very long.
She's made some post moves tonight.
Working off an array.
From the opening tip against the Dream, the vibe was obvious. Atlanta came in with a mission. Don't let her breathe. The bumping started early. Screens turned into grabs. Off-ball movement? Good luck. She was getting bodied before she even touched the ball. And still, she kept moving, kept working, kept trying to create space.
Different times during the game, situational defense will be better because they have all those things. I think that's a combination of why they're going to have a...
Then came the moment that pretty much summed up the whole night. Caitlin pulls up for a jumper, fully extended, completely airborne. A defender barrels in, shoulder first, straight into her side. She hits the ground hard. No whistle, no reaction, just play on. The arena tensed. And everyone saw it, but for the refs, apparently it was just another basketball play.
And you can't...
That is just that signature Caitlin Clark shot. She will launch. Oh, yeah!
Except it wasn't. That kind of hit isn't about stopping the ball. That's about sending a message. We can touch you, we can take you out, and no one's going to stop us. It was tactical, intentional, and the league let it slide. And here's the thing. Caitlin's not out here flopping or crying foul. She takes the hits, gets up, and keeps moving. But being tough doesn't mean she should have to survive assault just to get a clean look at the basket. There's a line between playing hard and playing dirty, and in this game, that line got crossed so many times it might as well not exist. This isn't just about one bad night, either. It's becoming a pattern. We've seen it across multiple games now. She's not getting star calls. She's barely getting basic ones. And the physicality is ramping up. You'd think the league would want to protect its biggest draw, right? The rookie who's selling out arenas and breaking ratings records? But instead, she's getting tossed around like she's invisible.
Without Jordan Canada on the floor, this is not how Atlanta's going to look as the season goes on, playing with two bigs. I think they'll make some adjustments, but they are doing a good job playing with two bigs. So
let's be real. Caitlin Clark is the reason half of these new fans are even tuning in. Her jersey's flying off the shelves. Her games are appointment viewing. The buzz she's created is on another level. And yet, the way she's being officiated, it's like they're treating her like just another rookie off the bench. That's just short-sighted.
NCAA ranks. We've got some score power on the court.
Watch that inside hand, that left hand. Caitlin Clark gets the...
Because if the league lets this continue, they're not only failing Caitlin, they're failing themselves. This isn't about giving her special treatment, though. It's about enforcing the rules that already exist. A foul is a foul. A body check mid-jumper is a foul. And if you ignore those calls just because she's drawing more attention, then what are you really saying to the fans who showed up for her? You're saying you don't care. And maybe that's the hardest part to watch. Because Caitlin's still showing up, still trying to carry the weight, Still playing with that fire, that range, that court vision that got her here, but you can tell it's wearing on her. Her body's getting banged up, her frustration's growing, and the worst part, she's having to adjust her game just to stay healthy. Not because she's overmatched skill-wise, but because she's unprotected. There's no backup plan in the WNBA, no G League, no resting stars for load management. You take the hits or you're out. That's the brutal reality. And Caitlin's already dealing with a quad issue, missed a game, came back sore. But the hits keep coming, and if the league doesn't step in soon, that buzz she brought with her, it's gonna fade fast. Fans aren't stupid, they see what's happening. They see her get hammered and look around like, y'all really not gonna call that? They see the frustration, they feel it. And if they sense that the league isn't protecting the one player they came to see, they'll walk. This moment right here is bigger than one player. It's about setting the tone for how the league treats its stars. Whether you came in as a rookie or a vet, the rules should apply. And if someone gets tackled out of the air, blow the whistle. If you're not playing the ball, that's a foul. If the refs can't do that, then the message is clear. Survival over skill, pain over talent. And that's not a league anyone's going to invest in long term. Caitlin Clark isn't just trying to score points, she's trying to change the game. But she can't do it if the game won't meet her halfway. The attention's here, the lights are on, the league got what it asked for, a headline act, a cultural moment, a wave of new fans, but now it's time to protect the investment, protect the player, protect the product. Because if the WNBA keeps letting this happen, they're not just letting Caitlin down, they're proving they weren't ready for the moment she gave them. And yet, in the middle of all this, Caitlin still shows up. Until now. Now she's injured. Reports say Clark has been dealing with a quad issue and looked noticeably sore after the Fever's 90-88 loss to the New York Liberty on May 24. Whether she'll miss time remains unclear, but it's another sign that the hits are taking their toll. Due to this, she is sidelined for 2 weeks. Now, the views might drop, the arena seats might thin out just a bit, and that's what should really scare the league. Because the game only gets better when the best players are healthy, protected, and allowed to play without fear. Not fear of losing, that's the sport, but fear of getting hurt on a drive and watching the ref shrug like it's part of the entertainment.
I'm going to piggyback off of Adam because Adam's been saying this for a while, that this is why the WNBA is never, ever, ever going to work.
This isn't WWE. It's not supposed to be full Comet chaos where drama trumps skill. It's supposed to be basketball. Elite, professional, polished basketball. And if the WNBA wants to rise with the wave Caitlin Clark helped create, then it needs to start acting like it. That means accountability. That means fair calls. That means not letting physicality become a cover story for poor officiating. And listen, you can love Caitlin Clark or root against her. That's the beauty of sports. Villains make headlines just as much as heroes. But what you can't deny is that the game changes when she's on the floor. And if she's sitting on the sideline with a wrapped-up quad while players get away with mugging her on drives, it's not just her problem. It's the league's. Because when that spotlight moves on, when the fans stop caring, when the views dip and the buzz fades, they'll look around and realize maybe they had a generational moment right there in front of them, and they let it get bruised and benched. So, yeah, protect the player. Or watch everything you just built limp off the court. And that brings us to the part everyone's whispering about but pretending not to notice. The double standard. Let's rewind to that viral moment when timeline exploded. ESPN ran it, Twitter took sides. Think pieces popped up in seconds, and somehow what should have been a standard basketball play turned into a cultural battleground. Was it flagrant? Was it racist? Was Caitlin the villain now? The reaction to her falling, reacting, jawing, and hyping up her team was different because of who she is. And listen, there's a very real conversation to be had about how race and personality shape public perception in sports. But that conversation got so loud it drowned out what was actually happening on the court. Let's stack that moment up against what Caitlin just went through in the Atlanta game. Caitlin didn't flop. She didn't beg for a call. She got leveled, hard, mid-air, without the ball, and still tried to finish the play. And guess what? No whistle. No slow-mo analysis from every angle. No immediate outcry about dangerous play. Just silence. Where was the viral outrage then? Where was the media frenzy asking why this foul wasn't called? Where were the think pieces about protecting players, about fairness, about officiating consistency? It was only RG3 who spoke about it. But what happened next was totally Ryan Clark lashed out, saying that what would RG3 know, linking to the fact that his wife was a white woman.
RG3 is married to a
and
white.
so now, though, when RG3
Yes,
jumps on to the hate train or to the anger,
You can't say the league is soft when one player reacts and tough when another one gets injured and keeps it moving. You can't pick and choose when a foul is just part of the game and when it's headline-worthy based on who's involved. So what's the takeaway? If the WNBA is serious about growth, it has to clean this up, because the longer these inconsistencies pile up, the more it cheapens what the league is building. If you think what happened to Caitlin was wrong, then like, subscribe, and hit the bell button because more stories are on their way. Thanks for watching.